is in fucking session, people. It's in fucking session. So, basically, where do I want to start this video? Basically, school for me, I didn't do great in school, if I'm honest. I didn't do brilliant, but I did okay. And the main things that you got to take into consideration when you're in a wheelchair is just the whole thing of, like, you got to give yourself extra time for getting around. Because, like, you're in a wheelchair. You're not always the fastest person, or you're just having a bad day, like my arm might cramp or whatever the fuck else. And, like, so you'd have to allow for that. And then there's the whole thing of the disabled toilet doors were really fucking heavy.
Bitter.
Like, at this point, I was not bulking. I was not big. I was tiny. I was like shtick. I was just shtick. And then, like, so basically, disabled toilets were just not. Basically, the way they were designed, it was a fire door, and it had a swing back on it, and it was just not your ideal situation. I got trapped in there quite a lot. Yeah, so I'm a little bit salty towards that. In terms of, like, how I found school, in terms of, like, what help I got learning, I have a disability, an issue with my elbows, which means I can't, my finer apparently my lips don't work. My finer manipulation in my hands is, like, really affected, so basically it means that my handwriting is shit, and also I'm really slow at writing. So, to combat that, whenever I did exams, I did have a scribe, which is a person that writes whatever you say to them, so they dictate it for you. On top of that, other things I'd get is, like, extra time and just general help, really. I'd get more help than some of the other students, just from, obviously, where school life was a little bit more difficult. In terms of bullying and that sort of thing, I did experience some of that in the earlier years. Like, I had issues with, obviously, being ginger and in a wheelchair when you're young is a bad combination, so there was some teasing going on there. And obviously, as well as that, the biggest thing I'd advise for you if you're watching this as a young person is don't go into school trying to get in with what you see as the popular kids. Find where you are most comfortable, because that's where I've sort of found my strongest friendships. So i.e. meeting Spray, meeting Josh, who I haven't introduced to the channel yet, which I will do soon. Just sort of so that you've got that actual real friendship group that will support you. And obviously, as a disabled person, you do need that extra support, like giving you a boost to lesson, making sure that you're alright, getting from A to B, that sort of thing. Have I missed anything?
Yeah, school social life.
School social life, it was relatively normal, like as you've seen from some of my videos. And if you follow me on Instagram, if you're not, go follow me. Basically, just like I still do normal shit, and I still went to the cinema where you lot still went out. Well, more when we were in, like, year 13. I still went out. Still
went out to get gagged. You know,
yeah, still just normal teenage shit. Like, I think a lot of people always get uncomfortable with whether they're able to go out with their friends as a disabled person. But it's just the whole thing of, if you've got the right group of friends, no one gives a shit. Like I've mentioned, like you've seen in some of the videos, it's more a thing of having a disabled friend is kind of funny, because you do shit that you wouldn't normally do as an able-bodied person. So I won't worry about that too much. I think just get out there and get out there and not stop caring what people say, because obviously that's going to be something that's in the back of your head, especially if you're young, and it still is now for me. But it's just something that you will eventually get over, and you will become more confident. And in terms of, like, grades, I actually got a funny story. Edexcel, I used to study drama at school, and Edexcel in my GCSE performance downgraded me, wait for it, for a lack of physical movement. Like, are you for real? I'm in a fucking wheelchair. Like, whoa! Hold the fuck up! What happened? And I was predicted an A star, and I came out with the biggest D ever. An A star, and I came out with the biggest D ever. So it was just not your ideal situation. However, yeah, so that's some of the issues that you do sort of have to compensate for. Sort of have to deal with and just take into consideration. In terms of school life, I just really focus on being you. It sounds really cliche, but the whole thing of being cool is not what you want to look for. You want real friends, like, especially with a disability, where you rely on them friends a lot, and you rely on girlfriends and boyfriends and family and whatever the fuck. You need that strong bond, so that's what I focus on. In terms of like life in school, just be yourself, and that's all I am with you guys when I'm on camera. That's all I ever am, is just be yourself. And it's really cliche, but it is true. In terms of subjects, I studied. What did I do? In GCSE? What did I do?
Just in general.
GCSE, I studied. In GCSE, I studied engineering, drama, travel and tourism. I can't remember any of that. French, English, maths, science. I got double award science. Way geek. What else did I study? What other block were there?
That's one more.
Travel, engineering, drama. Oh, I did computer science for a bit. That shit's hard, really hard. Don't do that. Well, no, do that if you're good at it, but just be aware of that. It's a very tough subject. In terms of A levels, I studied double award drama, business A level, and I did a EPQ. This was basically, you pick a subject to do a written essay on and a presentation on, and I did half of one on a intermittent fasting, which is obviously I've done videos on in the past. It was something I got very passionate about and still am now, so that was another thing I did. Other than that, in school, I was your normal run-of-the-mill kid. True. Anyway, so that's hopefully giving you a bit more of an insight into what school life was for me. I know it's a bit more of a random video, but obviously these are the sort of things I just want to see what you guys think. Obviously give me your feedback. If you like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.